Grammar kills your English speaking. It's true. When you study grammar rules, when you think about grammar rules, it kills your English speaking. Your speaking becomes slower the more you study and try to remember grammar rules. That's the bad news, and most schools don't tell you this. Most teachers don't tell you this. But it's true. You don't have time to think about grammar when you're trying to speak. So that's the bad news. The good news is I will tell you how you will speak excellent English in 6 months or less. You can do it. You will do it. How do I know this? Because I have so many students who have done this. Normal, regular people like you. You can also do it. So let's talk about how and why. First, I want to find out, how do you feel when you speak English? Really think about it. When you try to speak English, how do you feel? Do you feel shy? Do you become kind of quiet when you speak English, maybe? Maybe you feel frustrated. Do you feel frustrated? A little bit frustrated and maybe a little angry just because it feels so difficult. And you have studied English many years, but still it's difficult to speak. You're still thinking, trying to translate. It's very frustrating. Maybe you feel nervous and worried when you speak English sometimes. Maybe you feel foolish sometimes. All of these feelings are normal. I have taught many English students, and everybody feels this way sometimes when they speak English. Sometimes people feel shy, or they feel frustrated, or worried, or nervous. These are normal feelings because most students learned English in normal schools. You did not learn how to speak easily, quickly, automatically. You didn't learn how to feel strong and powerful and relaxed when you speak English. And that's what you want, right? I mean, that's what most students want. You want to feel good when you speak. You want to feel confident. You want to feel strong. You want to know you can do it. You want it to feel easy. Just like your native language. Of course, that's what you want. Everybody wants that who's learning English. Well, the good news is you can do it. Definitely you can do it. In fact, here's a quote. This is a email someone sent me. I believe his name is Alan. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's French. I don't speak French. But Alan Andrade, he wrote me after using my lessons. And he said, "Your teaching is excellent. I'm very grateful to you. When I started, my speaking was not good. Now I speak English fluently. I never translate. I speak automatically, just like you said I would." So I want you to see this, because this is just a normal person. There's nothing special about Alan. He's a normal person who used my lessons, and he got these results. Now, you don't need to use my lessons. It's not necessary. You can just use my 7 rules. Right? If you're in my email course, you know about my 7 rules. Well, Alan, he used my lessons, and of course my lessons, they use all of the 7 rules, and he used them every day, 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months. It's very important. And then he continued using them after 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, a year. So, you can't do it just one day, 1 week. It's not enough. You got to do it consistently, each day, every day. When you do that, when you use all those 7 rules every day, you will get the same results as Alan. You will speak English fluently, automatically, easily. He did it, you can do it. So let's talk about the truth about learning English. Because in school, you do not learn the truth. In school, You learn grammar rules. You take tests. You do a lot of writing. You do not learn how to speak. Not easily, not quickly. So who are the best learners, the best English learners? Children, right? We all know children learn languages, including English, so easily. And how do children learn languages? Well, I taught small children in Korea. They were amazing. They learned so fast. So fast. Let me tell you how they learn. Number one, they never study grammar. Small children do not study grammar rules. And small children do not use textbooks. They use the 7 rules. They learn phrases, not just words. They're playing. They have fun. Most of all, they listen. They learn with their ears, not with their eyes, not from reading. They learn English with their ears. No grammar, learning with their ears. What do they listen to? They listen to stories, a lot of stories. That's how you learn to speak English easily and quickly and automatically. You must use the methods of children. And it's okay if you're older, you can be successful. I teach adults now. All of my students are adults, and I have many adult students who are very successful, and they started English when they were older, 30 years old, 40 years old, even 60 years old. So age does not matter. What is important is the method. The method is very important. So how can you learn grammar? Right? I tell you, don't study grammar rules. Never. And why not? There's no time. Right? When you're speaking, it's so fast, you don't have time to think about all these grammar rules, these big textbooks with grammar. There's no time when you speak. Maybe when you write, not when you speak. You must learn grammar intuitively. That means naturally, kind of easily, not thinking about it. How do you do that? Well, you use my point of view stories, for example. That's the best way to learn grammar, very easily, without thinking, with no rules. Also, when you learn phrases, groups of words, you're also learning grammar. But you don't need to study the grammar. You just learn the grammar automatically. And finally, my question and answer mini stories teach you grammar. You don't know you're learning grammar. It seems easy. It's automatic, but you are learning grammar. That's the best way. Because then you can use the grammar very fast. You don't need to think about it. Just like me when I speak English, just like any native speaker. Okay, so let me tell you about exactly what you will learn. Number one, you're going to learn with my listen and answer mini stories. Now, these are my favorite lessons. I think they are the most powerful lessons because they teach you to learn automatically. There's no studying. You don't study at all. You just listen and you answer. You listen and you answer. The questions are super, super easy, so it's no problem. The answers are so easy. But what you do is, because you're just answering these little funny stories, these funny questions, you're laughing sometimes because they're strange, funny little stories. And you just keep answering. You're teaching your brain to hear a question and answer quickly. Hear a question, understand fast, answer quickly. Boom, 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 boom. It's like a normal conversation. Well, after you do this for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, you teach your brain to think in English, to answer instantly, fast, automatically. This is the big secret, really. It's the mini stories. They're the secret. They're the number one most powerful thing about all of effortless English. Now, what else do you learn? Well, you learn the deep learning method that helps you learn and use English automatically. It's another secret of the system is deep learning. Because you don't just hear something one time. You know, you're not just studying some list of words, 3 times or 5 times. You hear those words, those phrases, and that grammar, you hear it 30 times, 50 times, 100 times. So it goes deeper, deeper, deeper. That's how you learn it so fast and so automatically. You'll remember it forever. You'll never forget it. When you use this system, you will never forget it. Well, you learn how to learn English in a relaxing way. Like I said, this is a very relaxed, easy system. No stress. There's no worry. None of that. You're relaxed. You're listening to your iPod. You're listening on your computer. You're smiling. Funny stories and interesting articles, because I write and I use real English articles about interesting topics. Not like textbook topics. These are fun and interesting topics. Letters from real people with family problems or all this crazy stuff. Or just other interesting articles that I write or that I found. So it's fun, it's interesting. You'll learn a lot of stuff. And it's totally relaxing. Another thing you're going to learn when you get these is you're going to learn how to avoid grammar study completely. You will learn grammar like a child, like children. I mean, this is it. These are my point of view lessons. I'll talk about a little bit more, but it's the main method for learning grammar, and it's easy. You just listen. That's all you do. You listen to these stories again and again and again and again and again, and the grammar becomes automatic. No stress. Goodbye, grammar books. Yay! What else do you learn? Well, another key thing you learn is how my best students learn. How do they study? Because if you want to succeed, who should you copy? Well, you copy other people who are succeeding. Copy the best. If you want to be a great baseball player or football player, well, copy somebody who's already very good. Well, it's the same with learning English. Don't focus on the bad students, focus on the good students. Well, I did this. When I was teaching, I always talked to my best students. I asked them, what do you do? How do you study at home? And I learned from them what are the best methods. And then I put them in my lessons. I can finally speak to native speakers. I understand them and they understand me. I'm so happy. 6 months ago, I was afraid to speak English. Now I love it. Thanks, AJ. Juan Munoz from Mexico. And again, this is a normal guy, just like you, but he used the lessons, he used the system, 6 months. And he did it, like I said, 1 hour each day, very easy, listening, listening, listening. He followed my system. And same results. You will get these same results when you follow the system. I promise. In fact, I guarantee it. I'll talk about that later, but I guarantee. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for letting me teach you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.